Hello, now we'll discuss about qualitative analysis. This is one very important topic in inorganic chemistry. The qualitative analysis means what we are going to perform in the laboratory. For example, when they are providing you a colorless salt and they are asking you to identify what salt it is, that means what are the ions present in it, cations and anions we need to test. That is called a qualitative analysis. Okay, so in qualitative analysis, the wet test, dry test, as well as some flame test, about this we'll discuss in one particular section. Here I wanted to give you all cations analysis, all anions analysis one by one. Okay, now individually I will give you. So whatever the ions are there, qualitative analysis you can identify easily. Whenever you are forgetting, you can easily check this. Okay, so first we'll see anion analysis. As we know, a salt is made up of a cation and anion. First, we will go with anion analysis. Anion analysis means how many types of anions are there. Generally, we classify into three types. Okay, let us say group 1, group 2, and group 3. On what basis we are classifying this? A very simple logic, and the logic is based on dilute acid action. If they are giving reaction with the dilute acid, means maybe a colorless gas or maybe a colorful gas, maybe a particular colored compound is formed. When such kind of reactions are happening with dilute acid, we classify them into group 1. If it is done with a concentrated acid, then they are classified into group 2. If no reaction with a concentrated or dilute acid, then they are with group 3. Okay, now group 1, group 2 and group 3. So what type of anions are there in group 1? The first one is carbonate, CO3 minus 2. What reactions will be there for carbonate? All will discuss one by one section. In this class, we'll discuss about carbonate only. Sulfide, S minus 2. Sulfite, SO3 minus 2. Thiosulfate, S2O3 minus 2. Acetate, CH3COO minus, and nitrite, NO2 minus. Carbonate, sulfide, sulfite, thiosulfate, acetate and nitrate ions are present in group 1 anions. Group 2 we have chloride, bromide, iodide, chloride, bromide, iodide. Along with this we have nitrate and oxalate. Nitrate, oxalate, chloride, bromide, iodide under the category of group 2. Group 3 we have sulfate, phosphate, fluoride and borate. Group 1 they react with dilute acids. Group 2 they react with concentrated acids, means they give you the characteristic reaction with concentrated acid. Group 3 there is no reaction with dilute acid or concentrated acid. Carbonate, sulfide, sulfite, thiosulfate, acetate and nitrite. Chloride, bromide, iodide, nitrate and oxalate. Sulfate, phosphate, fluoride and borate. Now what we'll do is, we will discuss about carbonate in this particular session. One by one I will update all these anions tests. So qualitative analysis, in this section of anion analysis, in this particular session we will be discussing about carbonate, CO3 minus 2. What happens when dilute acid is added? See, to the salt, small amount of salt is taken. To the salt we are going to add dilute acid. Let's say we are adding dilute HCl. Okay, now when dilute acid is added, the dilute acid will be reacting with this and it releases brisk effervescence. brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide gas is released, which is a colorless gas. A colorless gas, carbon dioxide is released, which is passed through lime water. When passed through lime water, it turns it milky. A white precipitate is going to form. This again, on passing excess of carbon dioxide, the gas which is released here, when passed in excess, then it becomes clear solution. So if this reaction takes place when you are adding dilute HCl to salt, then you can say the carbonate ion may present. Okay, brisk effervescence, that is of carbon dioxide, when treated with lime water, turns milky, then excess carbon dioxide will make the solution clear. Okay, what actually happens here, you see, for example, Na2CO3 is there, we are adding HCl, so you can expect here NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. This is the gas we are saying brisk effervescence. Calcium hydroxide, when treated with carbon dioxide is acidic in nature, calcium hydroxide is base. I wanted to give you what actually happening here. Calcium hydroxide is the base, so it will react with this to form calcium carbonate. Once calcium carbonate is formed, then if we are passing carbon dioxide for a long time in the presence of water, that is aqueous solution we are doing, calcium bicarbonate is formed. This is the clear solution, this is the milky precipitate. Carbonate ions, okay, can be tested by salt with dilute HCl. Sodium carbonate, for example, we are having a salt, then when treated with dilute HCl, carbon dioxide is given. This carbon dioxide giving you white precipitate of calcium carbonate, then clear solution of calcium bicarbonate. One very simple reaction it is. Then how can we decide that this is carbonate? Paka. That means that is confirmation test, we can say. Confirmation test is test 1, silver nitrate test. Carbonate, when treated with silver nitrate, AgNO3, when treated with carbonate, Na2CO3 or whatever it is going to form Ag2CO3. Silver carbonate is formed. On heating the silver carbonate, you will be getting silver. This reaction you learn in metallurgy also, in the extraction of silver. Silver carbonate on heating will give you silver. Okay, so this is one reaction. Silver is white color, you can easily identify that one. Otherwise, we can go with another test. That test is barium chloride solution. When you are adding barium chloride solution, for example, carbonate ions are there. When you are adding barium chloride solution, it is going to form barium carbonate. Precipitate is formed. This precipitate is soluble in dilute HCl due to the formation of again BaCl2. Barium carbonate soluble in dilute HCl. If this reaction is taking place, then you can confirm that is carbonate. With silver nitrate, it forms silver. On heating, first it forms silver carbonate, then on heating it forms silver. With barium chloride, it is going to form barium carbonate, a white precipitate. This white precipitate is soluble in dilute HCl. Okay, this is about carbonates. We'll discuss in next video about the next anion, sulfide, thiosulfate. One by one we'll discuss all the anions. Later we'll discuss all the cations. Thank you.